What's good? So today I'm going to talk about my hair, my dreadlocks, because I got a lot of people asking and saying that it's long overdue for Dread Bean to talk about her dreads. So I'm about 2 months away from being 2 years in with having my dreads. For maintenance, I go twice a year to a dread shop to get them tightened up really tight with string. So I try and palm roll them quite often. Even when I'm sitting there watching like the game or something, I will just sit there and palm roll them. And I will use Naughty Boy Dread Wax to palm roll them maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. So for beads, I keep 2 red ones in my hair, right there and right there, and I keep about 3 wooden ones on an average. One there, and I got 2 over here. And I'll take those out when I shower, and then once my hair is all dry, I will toss those back in generally. Sometimes I'll have more, sometimes I'll just be lazy and won't throw them back in. I have a favorite dread and my least favorite dread. My favorite dread would be the one generally right at the front. I feel like it's just a really nice dread. It's not really a hard dread because sometimes when you get them really tight, they'll kind of go harder because they're so packed up with hair. And it's not really too loose, like, I don't know how you explain that, but and the end has stayed really nicely done up. And my least favorite dread, which used to be my favorite dread actually, is my nubby dread. And I call it my nubby dread because before I had my ends tied off, this one got really thin at this area, and it just broke. And it's not common for dreads to really break and do that, but every once in a while something like that will happen. And you can tie them back on, but at that point I just said, you know, it's pretty cool, you know, because the end was kind of looking like it was tied off, and I found it really great. But now that I'm able to tie my hair up with my own hair, this dread likes its freedom way too much, and it'll just sneak out because it can't be tied back, and it'll come untucked, and sometimes I won't even notice that it's come out, so I'll be chilling with my nubby dread out and just look like a major goof. There's a couple ways that I generally tie it up the most. One of them being where I will just grab my 2 temple threads and just throw them in the back, and I'll just loop them. And since they're really small still, I kind of just have to loop them twice, or they'll come out really fast. And I'll just tie that off just so that keeps generally all the top hairs from coming down into my face. Another way when I do that is I'll take my 2 bottom corner pieces here, and I'll do the same with that, and I'll just kind of tie them off, and then that just kind of holds it nicely in place like that. And since right now it's getting like really hot out, I will do that, and then when I'm done once looping it, I'll loop it again. I'll scoop up my hair actually, so it's not all on my neck, and I'll just kind of loop that again. When I do that right now with the heat, it takes me down a couple of degrees of not having it all on my neck, and that kind of gives it a fun little look to it as well. So that holds up that hair really nicely. When I'm not tying it up with my hair, I'll use like just generally like a headband, and I'll just loop it in 2 like that, and I'll just throw it back on my hair. And all we'll do is I just kind of leave it like that. So my tummy dread won't try and hang down. I have to kind of just tuck it under another dread, and hopefully it stays and it doesn't want this freedom coming out. When I get loops in my hair, because some people, dreads will like to loop out. I don't think I have any actually looping right now to show you. When I loop out, a lot of people with dreads, they will leave their loops because they like them. They'll just let their hair do their own thing. I got a mini loop starting right there. It's not much of anything. When I do get them, I like to fix them, which I'll just use a mini kind of crochet hook. I'll stick it through, wrap the loops around, and knock them back through, and then I'll palm roll a bit of wax to just make sure it holds. One of my biggest pet peeves is nothing on my part actually. It would be the question of other people asking, so when you don't want your dreads, what do you have to do? Like, you have to shave your head? Like, and for some reason, I just went cross-eyed there because there's a fluff. I don't know if you guys saw that, but my biggest pet peeve, yeah, would be that question when, like, oh, when you don't want them, when are you gonna shave your head? No, like, I got my dreads for a reason. They're there to stay. I'm not shaving my head anytime soon. Like, why would I put my hair into knots just to shave my head? Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, I just want my hair to grow longer, and the length that I will probably keep them at once they grow would probably be maybe mid-stomach. Some people have links in their dreads. I try and avoid my links, which a lot of people like, so. But other than that, if you guys have any questions, other questions about my hair that I didn't touch on today, let me know and I will answer that in another video.